Hi, good morning all. Today we talk about the comparable and comparator. These are the two well-known things to compare or sort the any collection with the personalized object. So comparable and comparator is used for that. So in today's session we talk about what is comparable, what is a comparator, how to use this. Example of each example means how can you use comparable, comparator, what is the main difference between these. Apart from also we'll check FAQ means frequently asked question on comparator and comparator. Apart from interview questions, these three points will cover today's. Okay. So as per this diagram, both are comparable and comparator. Both are the interfaces, and both are the interfaces used to compare the object. Okay. First we talk about the comparable. Okay, comparable is a interface. It is a single abstract method interface. So if you implement this interface, you need to implement compare to method. Okay, compare to method. Here you need to pass this object, means whatever object you are passing in this method. So this means current object, and whatever object you are passing here in this method, this is object. These two object getting compared, and based upon the data, we are sorting that. Java sort that data. Apart from this is a single sorting sequence only. We can define this compare to method in our object. Like suppose if I implement an employee class, and in an employee I need to sort this. So I will implement comparable, and here I will make a comparable. So this is the default method or a default sorting order, whatever we are defining here. Okay, that's why we are saying is single sorting sequence only, and default sorting order is defined by this. So okay, here we discuss about the this means this is the current object, and whatever we are passing here, this is a means this object which is passed to the comparison. Okay, that means if we are comparing these two objects, and if this method like compare to method, here we are compare to method we are returning, and this compare to method return type is an integer. Okay, so based upon this integer, if the return type like return, if you return positive number, that means the element, this element is a greater than this. Okay, means this is a greater and this is a smaller. If the number is a negative, that means this is small and this is a greater, and if both are equal, that means if return is a 0, then that means both are the elements are equal. Okay, you will get a more details idea in an example. We'll see at there. So where actually this can means internally get applied, like when you define any string class or a wrapper class. In that case, what happen, like string class or integer class, all that compared to method is this classes. These are the classes. Okay, you know already string is a class, integer is a class. Here implicitly in this class compared to method is implemented, and this compared to method provide the ascending order to this. So whenever you are using collection dot sort, so and you are passing any string object or a wrapper class object, by default compare to method get called, and based upon the positive, negative or a 0, that element or that collection getting sorted. Okay, for user defined class like employee or student class, if I define, in that case I need to implement, means first I suppose this is a student class, so I implement student class. I need to mark like as a implement by comparable. When I say comparable, that means I need to implement a compare to method. Okay, compare to is a method where we are receiving an object, and return type is an integer. Okay, integer, and based upon the positive, negative or 0, when we return that any combination out of that, based upon that data gets sorted. Okay, in example, if you see here, I just like at here like class student implement by comparable. Okay, and compare to is the method. Compare to, we are receiving a student, and based upon the age we are sorting. So if age are the same, this is a current object and this is a student object which get passed here. If both are the same, we are returning 0. Current object is a greater, we are receiving positive. If that is a less than, we are sending a negative. So based upon this, suppose you have a 3 student which have a 4, 5, 1 and a 3 years of the age. Then after applying collection dot sort, okay, collection dot sort, and if I pass list of student, if I pass here, then automatically this collection gets sorted by 1, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, this way it gets sorted. Suppose if you want to do reverse order, so what changes you will do? You just need to rewrite this code, means if 0, it's equally, means both are 0. But if this object is a greater, if you return this 1 to positive number to minus number and minus number to positive number, then your list get reverse order sorted. Like output will be look like 5, 4, 3 and 1. Okay. Okay, this is it for comparable. If you have doubts, let me know in a comment. We'll move ahead and we'll discuss on a comparator. So comparator is here. This is also the single abstract method interface. You can implement with any class, because this with the comparator you can define multiple the comparator which can applied while doing the collection dot sort. Like collection dot sort. If you do collection dot sort method, here you are passing your collection, and here this is your collection, means any list or any collection list, and here your comparator object. So based upon comparator, this collection or this list of objects getting sorted by this comparator, applying this comparator. Okay, in comparator you need to implement compare method, which is a receiving two object, first object 1 and object 2. Okay, and how to call this look like that. I just written here collection dot sort. We are calling this is a list of student, list of customizable object, and comparator class. Okay, we'll check with the example. Okay, so age comparator, we are doing whatever earlier example we do age comparison based upon a comparable, but here we are doing with the comparator. So comparator, I write an implement by comparator, my class name is age comparator. I override the compare method which receiving a two object, and here we are just typecasting because this is a overridden method. So here you need to write a object 1 and a object 2 with the object type, but you are typecasting with the student 1 student 2. Same thing you are doing here. If object is a equal, age is the same, then you are returning 0. If age 1 is a greater, then you are returning 1, and if age is a minus, then you are returning -1. Okay, okay, this way you are doing, and then your collection getting sorted. So like here AL is array list, so consider that we have three students, one with a RAM, another is a B and C, three ages 4 5 and 3 and 1 is the age. And after applying this line, what will we change? The index getting like C, B, A and RAM. Okay, this is implemented because 1 3 and 4 5 age are there. So this is the way collection getting sorted based upon the age. Okay, another one example, it's a name comparator, means you can define n number of comparator because you have the additional capability to pass the comparator in your while you are sorting that. This is a list and you are doing the name comparator object, and here we are just comparing a string 1 over the string 2. So automatically this getting sorted by ascending order. Okay, because we are doing the comparator thing. Okay, so if you are seeing like here, the output will be A with the 5 age, B with the 3 age, C with the 1 age, and RAM is the last with the 4 age. Okay, this is output will look like for the student or employee object. Yeah, that's it about the comparator. If you have any doubts about the comparable and comparable, let me know, because these kind of example or questions asked in a experience interview also or a freshers also. Yeah, thanks all, bye.